Alright, guys. I thought I just cleared out this area. But look, more boxes. Boxes, 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 and all these boxes. So many boxes everywhere. Why is that? It is the holidays. And, well, I guess I treated myself. Treated myself well. You know, treat yourself. But yeah, really, in all seriousness though, bought a ton of stuff. Just so much stuff. It's the end of the year, you know, bull run's almost here. 2024 is going to be a big one. Equipment's going to be super expensive soon, at least in my opinion. That, you know, got in my final purchases to be ready for the bull run. So going to kind of go through all these and open them up today, show you guys what I got, some final items. But yeah, I'm pretty much about, after all this, going to be about where I plan to be for this bull run, and that's mostly because, well, my plan for this bull run, again, just coming to this new location, long-term plan, you know, hosting, add way more power, all kinds of other fun stuff. But for now, I got to deal with what I got, and, well, we've almost maxed out the power. Not maxed out, 80% rule on my panel, so, you know, with all these three rooms having ASICs and GPUs, and then the fourth room all GPUs, and now even that fifth exhaust room having GPUs, we're pretty much pretty close to that 80% rule here. And once all this is up and running, we'll pretty much be like maybe a tiny bit over it. But yeah, really, I just don't have more ability to have more stuff. So my plan for this bull run was always to just, with the existing infrastructure, get as much equipment running as I can. And yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're going to do a little unboxing today, see what all this fun stuff is. We got tons of stuff. We got PSUs, more PSUs, an RMA return. So one of my Bitcoin miners came back after getting fixed. Some fun stuff for KS2 project I may have coming down the line. It's just, I still need to set up all this stuff too. What do we got in these? Some server cases for some of the 5 GPU motherboards I have. So I do want to put all my motherboards in cases. That's an 8 GPU foldable like case that I can put some of those. Essentially, I'm trying to convert all my open air rigs into server cases. I don't plan on running them all because I can't. But for selling purposes, I think it'll be more attractive. These were pretty cheap. Everything's real cheap. It's just a whole. So we'll see how these work with my existing motherboards. Got some, these guys, I'm super excited about these. Some SuperScalar K10s. I've been eyeing these for a long time. And now they were super expensive back in maybe March, you know, earlier this year, 9 months ago. Red Panda got one that was in pretty rough shape, but I got 2 new ones, or very close to new. I think they said like they're from T-Swift, but they're new. I think they just maybe the PSUs were used. I can't remember what he told me, but yeah, I already unboxed one just to make sure it arrived safely, and they look great. But yeah, been eyeing these since March. Did not want to buy because they were like 10 plus grand at the time. But those prices have come down significantly, and they now have a lot of other algorithms supported on these FPGAs, these K10 SuperScalars, and they're projects that I want to mine long term, specifically Lithium and Radiant. So, and I don't think ASICs are as close for those, just because the price action has not been as incentivized as Casper. Like Casper, like if you came out with an ASIC, you could make bank. And I just don't think the ASICs for those 2 algorithms are coming as soon. So that's why I was excited to get these. Plus diversifying, I have been getting more and more FPGAs. You can see my Ospreys up there. I got another one here already in a box there. And I actually am getting some of my other FPGAs reballed so they can go into an Osprey E300. So in the end, I'm going to have 4 E200s and 2 K10 SuperScalars as my FPGA again, I just want to diversify. I'm agnostic really to like I've never understood the argument of one versus the other. I understand for specific projects, but like if the project says it's going to support ASICs from the start, like you were warned type thing, like it is what it is. So they each have their place. I think diversification is like super important. So it'll be nice to have essentially 6 pretty strong FPGAs in my farm permanently that seem to have really good support from their manufacturers, consistently updating the firmware for new algorithms for different coins. Once, especially core heavy algorithms. So just think it's something good to have long term, so that I can mine projects I want to mine longer when they do start moving to the FPGA and ASIC realm that RxD and Lithium will eventually get to. So I'll have about 6 of those FPGAs. Obviously, all my mining rigs, I have about 250 GPUs, sorry, throughout all these, and then obviously my ASICs as well. So again, diversification allows me to mine what I want, when I want, how I want. So, but yeah, that's within those. So super excited to unbox those for you guys. Trying to remember what's in this one. I think some GPUs. I think this might be the one from Coastal Crypto. Don't remember. And yeah, these are all those server cases. So we're gonna get going here. I guess we have to start with what's on this table, because I need the table to be able to unbox those things. So we're gonna at least organize this a little bit for you guys. Be right back. All right, so in box one was my RMA Avalon. Now this is an older model. This is an 1126 Pro S 68 terahash. So that's pretty low performance. This is I think they're on the 14 series now, so this is about 4 series old. But yeah, it just wasn't hashing how it was supposed to. Avalon, Canon, however you want to pronounce, they go by both names. Great customer service. I prefer them over Bitmain because of that. You always get to talk to a real person, super responsive, and their warranties are longer too than Bitmain. So, but this is an older model. I don't actually plan to run this other than just test it to make sure the repair seems to have fixed it. So I'm gonna plop it over where I got another Canon Avalon miner over there right now. Just because, actually, that's just there because like I had power there, but that wasn't being utilized. But my FPGAs are gonna stay out here because FPGAs are, unfortunately, rather heat sensitive, so they can't go in the hot boxes. At least until I have proper ventilation and hot and cold aisles in all of them. So this is going to be removed, and I'll put my K10s out here. But we're going to put this guy there just to make sure it works. I'm not going to bore you guys with that, but that's my plan, is just make sure this works. And, I'm going to box this up. This is essentially no plans to run it just because it is pretty low performance. Yes, Bitcoin has risen in price, and at my electric rate, I do think it is profitable, but it's just not worth it. If it's repaired and works great, I'm going to stock it and sell it in the bull run, because if it's just repaired and works great, why not? Mint condition for the bull run to sell. So prime candidate, because I do plan to sell actually all my Bitcoin miners. Even my newer Avalons are 12 series, which, like the one over there, for example, it gets I think it's 87 terahash. It's not too bad. It actually overperforms, to be honest. It's always like 92, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So we're gonna test this guy out and continue unboxing stuff here. We're gonna have some fun. So stick around, be right back, and I'll have my next batch of stuff on this table to look at. Alright, so next up, I already took this out of the box, but this is replacement PSU for my blue miner, Bluestar L1 Litecoin Dogecoin miner. If you remember in a prior video, this PSU died I actually think it was like literally the last video I did before the holiday season. Again, apologies for no content, but you know, busy seeing family, doing all that important stuff. But we are back, and yeah, we're gonna put this guy on there. It just slides on. You can kind of see the black. I'll deal with this separately, but again, just unboxing everything I got, taking inventory. So we're gonna throw this on there real quick, but I'll deal with actually resetting it up later. But just want to at least start getting this stuff out of the way. There's so much. So we'll be back once that's on there. Alrighty, so got that PSU on there. Good to go. Hopefully. We'll find out later. But yeah, on to the next thing. This is interesting. This is some interesting stuff here. You're like, why could it be that interesting? Well, give me a second. So this here, and these two boxes plus these fan spoofers are for an interesting experiment I'm going to try on my KS2. So definitely, subscribe, and there'll be a video on this soon. This whole video not only is an unboxing, I'm going to call it also a sneak peek of upcoming content. So if you pay close attention, you might know what's going on here. But yeah, so got 2 packs of fan spoofers from Buy Miners, link down below, that are compatible with a KS2. I have in these. Let's see what's in these. There we go. There we go. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, a new control board. Why would we need one of those? I don't know. Again, this is for my KS2. So that's one control board. And, oh man, I didn't untape this one yet. Give me a second. We'll get this. Oh man. What could be in... Alright, I'm going to put this down for a second. Alright, and we're back. Alright, so in this one, so we got a control board in here, another control board, and a power cable. What am I thinking here? And some fan spoofers. And in this box, also related to my KS2 project, what could we be doing? What could we be doing? I think this is a PSU. Oh yeah, we got a. Let's see if we can get it out of the box here. All right. Let's see what do we got. All right, we got a 3,300 watt PSU. Yes, it does have 6-pin cables, and I plan on taking these off. But that's what we got for the KS2 project upcoming. So again, subscribe and come back for that video soon. But 2 control boards, power for one of the control boards, and a GPU mining PSU or a bit main PSU, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun project soon. So with those unboxed, I'm just going to set these aside, and we're going to continue on this unboxing because we still got a ton of stuff over there. Alrighty. And next we got my Coastal Crypto box. What did Coastal Crypto send me? Let's find out. Here we go. Also, link down below to Coastal Crypto Shop. Awesome guys. These took like a month to get here, if they are what I think they are, due to DHL strike. But they did get here eventually, so that's all that matters. But they were communicative the whole way. Awesome guys. Highly recommend buying from them. So let's see what we got. Woo! Look at that. We got some GPUs. You know what's really funny? I swear this foam they used on top is from a KS0. I'm 100% positive. Like, you can kind of even see like the grill lines. That's really funny. Anyway, all right. So what do we got in here? We got 12 GPUs of some type. You guys have any ideas what do you think I got? What did we get? I'll give you a hint. They were $100 each. $100 each. Pretty low price. Oh man, here it comes, here it comes. Let's see. Woo! Oh, an MSI card. That was not what I was expecting. Huh. But it has no outputs. For some reason I thought these were, I don't remember what I thought these were. But these should be CMP 50HX. There we go. Yes, they are. I don't know why I thought they weren't MSI, but it looks like they're MSI, so that's completely cool with me. And blower style, which is actually preferred for the server case they're going into. So super awesome there. But yeah, got 12 CMP 50HX cards. You're probably like, what, dude, those are so old. Yeah, they're old, but essentially they're like a 2080 Super, which is still pretty good performance. And for $100, I mean, yes, these will be sold in the bull run, but until then, I'll put them to good use. Don't know what I'm going to mine with them yet. Got to check out hashrate.no, see what these are best at. I want to say a lithium was pretty up there for these guys, so maybe that's what we'll do with these. I'm going to assume these are all the same, if I had to guess. They're probably all MSI blower cards, but, you know, anyway, that's what's in here. So, maybe I'll take them all out, and then we can get rid of this box. Man, because there are way too many boxes up here. So, yeah, let's do that. We'll do like we'll try the Red Panda Snap. It didn't work. Guys, it doesn't work. I don't know how he does it. But, you know, we'll do a fade. How about that? Hand fade. Woo. And when my hand disappears, they're going to be all out of the box. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. Oh yeah. Look at all these CMP cards. 12 for $1,200. Super excited. But yeah, we'll do a video when we put this in one of my rigs. These are actually going to replace my 5600 XT rig. I got a 12 by 5600 XT rig that I'm just kind of sick of the 5600 XTs, to be honest. They're just nothing they're really great at anymore. They were really good at ETH, like even for being an old card, just because you could BIOS mod them. But for a lot of these other algos, like that aren't memory intensive, like the timings don't really matter, and being able to adjust those timings. So I think these will be a little better to throw in that case. Doesn't mean I'm not going to use the 5600 XTs, but they are on the bottom of the list for, like, those are the first cards I'm going to sell in the bull run. Like, I just don't want them anymore. I'm done with the 5600 XTs. I'm going to do a whole video, actually, on my bull run strategy and what I'm going to be selling. But we'll get to that later. I mean, these I'm going to be selling too, but I think these might be, like, at the end of the bull run. You know, that way I can evaluate, like, if I think these will be worthwhile to hold over the next bear market. But right now I'm really just planning to keep my 30 series and up, as well as my 6000 series, higher end 6000 series Radeon cards. Even my low end 30 series and low end 6000 series AMDs I'll probably end up selling in this bull run, just so I can really stock up on the latest technology during the next bear market. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to move these out of the way. We're going to continue this unboxing process. We still got so many more boxes. Oh my god, guys, so much. I mean, Christmas was kind to me this year. Also for business purposes, not financial advice. Increasing my tax write-off for this year. So got in these last purchases before the year ends, and that's because next year I know I'm going to turn well, this year, the last couple of years I've actually shown no profit on my business. Again, not financial advice. But I've taken this time to essentially just really build up my business, invest heavily in the new farm and new equipment. But you do have to show a profit every, I think it's every 3 years. To be considered a business. So next year I got to show a profit, so I'm really optimizing how negative I am this year, so that although I can show a profit next year, I can carry forward a lot of my losses and offset those. So again, not financial advice, not business advice. Find your own accountant, find your own attorney, but that's what I'm doing here. So we're gonna move these out of the way, and we're gonna jump on. I don't know what we're gonna open yet. We'll figure it out. All right, next up we got 4 boxes. So these are all part of the same order. These are going to be the 2 SuperScalar K10s and their respective PSUs. This box got a little damaged, but I'm hoping there's a lot of cushion on there. So let's see if we get the snap. Probably still won't work. We'll try it one more time. Damn it! Come on! I don't want to unbox these myself. Oh my god! All right, fine. We'll try this guy again. And there they are. The 2 brand new PSUs. So yeah, these are brand new. And then these 2 SuperScalars right here are both brand new, minus the control boards. So the control boards are old. But yeah, got these both out. Super excited to get these set up in a future video for you guys. But yeah, super excited. That 30G is for Caspa. Again, I didn't buy these to mine Caspa. Not why I got these. Interesting sticker on this one. I wonder what the X1 stands for. I wonder what the X1 stands for. That's it's kind of new to me. I don't remember seeing that in the description anywhere, but maybe it's a newer model. I don't know. Either way, gonna have a how to set up these video. These are still super expensive. Don't get me wrong; they're not for everybody. FPGAs are definitely not for everybody. Again, I just want to be diversified and have all of the 3 majors. I do a little bit of CPU mining, which I guess is also the 4th one, but when I say a little bit, I mean like I got like 1 phone CPU mining, and I do CPU mine on a bunch of mini PCs that are running some nodes, just because those are super efficient, you know, like 10 watts, whatever. It's pretty much free money, but yeah, definitely not for everyone. I think these are going for still over 5K, and I think the prices actually have been going up because the lithium has gone up in value recently, so it's a little more profitable mining. So I think the prices are going back up on these, unfortunately. But we'll have a whole video on these and set up and see how they do, and yeah, you know, follow up on those. But still got some more boxes to go. Oh my god, so many boxes. I think we'll do this flat pack one first, and then we'll do the 4 big ones. All those other boxes are just random crap, so that's not part of Christmas here in Motor City. But these 5 boxes still are. So we're gonna move these, I guess, on the shelves temporarily, and then we'll get to unboxing some more stuff. There's lots of tape on this one, guys. Lots of tape. I only get this on packages from China, but like this yellow tape it's gnarly, guys. Okay, I don't know what they do, where they find this tape, but it's on like anything from China pretty much has this yellow tape, and it is thick. But yeah, you can see we're B75 folding chassis. So it should work for B75 and B85 boards. That's my hope. If not, I guess we'll have to return it, but we'll see here. And then we'll do a video, separate video again. This is just an unboxing video. Don't get your hopes up for any content in this video related to putting things together. But we'll do a video on turning one of my open air rig B85 board open air rigs into a server case. Hopefully, as long as this came in good shape. So let's get this open and see what we're in for. All right, so it came with 5 case fans, which will go in these 5 slots here. It did come with all the screws you need too, so GPU screws, fan screws, and yeah, it actually came really well packaged. So link down below, you know, if you're looking for something for your B75, B85 motherboards. I'll have, like I said, a separate video on actually setting this up with one of my B85 boards. It folds, so that's how it's so flat right now. I'm not going to bother
unwrapping this completely just because I'm not working on this today. But yeah, we'll have a video, so follow, like, subscribe, and check out future content for a video on this guy. We're gonna get this guy out of the way. We got 4 big boxes to undo still. So we're gonna do like, they're just gonna get unpacked all at once. We'll just do a nice big video. They're all gonna get unpacked at once, and they're just gonna, for you guys, luckily, just pop up on your screen in like 5 seconds. But for me, it's probably gonna take like, I don't know, a half hour to unbox these things. Oh my god, I hate unboxing. Anyway, alright, be right back with all these guys unpacked. Before I dig into these last 2 boxes, just want to point out, they actually tape hold up. So it's 4 boxes, there's 2 and 2. They tape 2 boxes together. I have tried this so many times with UPS. So many times. Like, heavily taping 2 boxes together, and every time they say F you. So I don't know how these guys got away with it, but I wish I could figure out how, because it doesn't really save you cost per se, because like, I mean, you pay for the measurements, so the measurements doubled, weight doubled, like, you still pay the same, but that way you can just have one tracking number, which for like an order is really helpful sometimes. Especially returns. I've had times like where I've had to return things, and like they came in multiple boxes, and then the retailer gave me one return label. I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? And then I have to like go talk with. I would try and do this, and then UPS says no. Then I have to go talk to the retailer. So however they did this, I wish I knew. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna break open these 4 boxes, stack them all up here on the table, see what we got, and there they are. All 4 mini, I'll call them mini octominers. They are not octominers. Do not get these 2 confused. These are in no way octominers. These are like bare bones. I mean, these are just shells, but even with the boards in them, like, no readout screen, none of the sensors, none of that stuff. It is honestly just something to put my 5-card GPU rig boards in. Oddly, one of them didn't have a handle, so that's kind of funny. These 4 all have the slot for a handle, except this bottom one. Whatever. I mean, it just looks kind of funny. But yeah, so if we open these up, you can kind of see what we're in for here. I already unscrewed this top one. So you can see, like, this is a typical, it has the 5 GPU out ports. That's where the headers for the board go on that guy there. These boards that I'm talking about just have 6 standoffs, so these look about right. We got our fans, obviously. We have our reset button, and then the PSU goes over here, which these boards typically you can put a server power supply, but usually, especially because it's only 5 GPUs, a GPU mining power supply ATX is typically what's used. I can actually go show you one of these. You've seen it in one of my prior videos. But yeah, these are, again, just essentially for 2 reasons. A, means I can put my open air rigs into the hot boxes, because this will increase airflow significantly over the open air option. And for resale purposes, these will be easier to ship. They came with nice boxes. Whereas my open air rigs, they're just made from parts from all different purchases. So essentially, when it comes time to sell, I'm hoping in the bull run, to actually sell, focus kind of on selling actual rigs, installing HiveOS for newbies and having all that set up. Some basic instructions on how to put your rig config file and help other newbies to crypto. And I don't plan to make these cost a bunch. I think if you had bought one of these, even empty shells were going for $250 at one point. I got each of these for $100, which includes the 3 fans, the reset button, and just the chassis. But yeah, if you bought one of these, because they were selling these with the motherboards during the last bull run, I just bought the open air version because it was way cheaper. But I think like even these in a box for like going for like $600, which is insane, because there ain't nothing that special about them. But yeah, let's go check out one of those boards. We're gonna have to fly through the rest of my farm here to check those out. I think I have 2 in operation right now as open air style, and then 2 on my rack here. So it looks like, yeah, it's hard to tell, but these 2 open air rigs on top of the box miners here are, and you're probably like, why don't I just use these box miners or server cases? These are V1 mining cave boxes. I forgot where I bought these from. And V1 has really close GPU spacing. We're talking like your card has to be less than like 40 millimeters. So unless you have really old cards or something, they're really hard to fit GPUs in. Whereas these 5-slot boards, because we got one here, have 60. I think it's 60 millimeter spacing. It's not 65, but it is definitely larger. So you can see this is one of those 5-card rigs in its open air format. There's the 5th card there. But yeah, so plan is to put these boards in those server cases, just to, kind of, there's another one there. So the other interesting thing about these boards is, so these were designed for the 3060 version 1, which had LHR that could be bypassed by hooking up a display, or one of those dongles that make you think there's a display. But a display on a graphics card can only be active if the slot is capable of X8 or higher, so X8 or X16. Like if it normal riserless boards, most of the slots are X1, even though they're full X16 length, they actually are only X1 communication through the motherboard. So these boards actually have Xenon processors and with multiple lanes, so they can handle 5 X8 true X8 slots. Now, why is that interesting? Well, that's the minimum requirements for proof of useful work. So, in theory, these rigs could run proof of useful work because all these slots are X8. Now, there is one downside, and it's right there. As you can tell, there is one RAM slot. Well, one stick of RAM is not going to be that great for proof of useful work, but once I do get one of these in one of those boxes, I am curious, how it'll benchmark. So we'll do that in a future video too. I still got to set up my Octo server rig too. Man, I got so much work to do. Or maybe there's like a way to like turn one PCIe slot into a RAM slot. Like maybe there's an adapter for that. I haven't really looked into it yet. If you know of something like that, comment down below. Be curious. Because even then, running 4 GPUs, on one rig for proof of useful work is more than most people, because of that X8 requirement. On a standard motherboard, you're only going to be able to run usually 2 GPUs max, and that's because most standard retail boards, they'll either have, it might have multiple X16 length slots, but typically they're designed to bifurcate those down. So say you had a board with 2, if you use both, they actually both turn into X8 slots, and you only get the X16 if you only put 1 card in. Now, again, that still works. You'd have 2 GPUs, but say you bought a 3 slot board. Usually, in that case, you'll have like an X8, X4, and an X4, which means 2 of those slots. So if you tried to put 3 GPUs, 2 of those GPUs are not running at X8, and it just doesn't work on most retail boards. That doesn't mean there aren't super high-end boards out there that you could use, and then to eliminate this, that's the other problem, is on a standard retail board, the spacing's so close that you probably couldn't run them for proof to be useful work anyway, because you're running at such a high TDP. But say you did buy like PCIe X16 risers, which do exist, you could theoretically, but again, most retail boards, I'd be shocked if you can get 2 maybe maximum 3 GPUs running proof of useful work. So it could be interesting to try it on here. Again, the RAM is going to be an issue. Obviously, you can hook up a ton of SSD storage on this board. They do have, I don't remember where they are on the board. I think they're on the front side. But you can add memory. Memory is not the storage memory is not the problem. It's RAM memory that is the problem. Because you should, for proof of useful work, have like at least I think they recommend 2 times the amount of RAM that you have for VRAM. So if you have 5 graphics cards and say you average 8 gigs on each, you should have, that's 40 gigs of VRAM. You should probably have I don't know, 80 gigs of actual RAM, which one slot is not going to cut it. So yeah, that's it for our unboxing today. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff. We're going to have lots of videos of all this stuff getting set up. But yeah, so that's kind of all I got for today, though. Hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Let me know, your thoughts on all this stuff I bought. I might just wasting my money. Who the hell knows? I don't really care. Like, subscribe, comment down below. I'd like to hear from you guys. And we'll be back real soon with way more content because holidays are over. And oh my gosh, I got so much stuff to set up. Until next time.